Hey there, everyone. It's KYN again, and welcome back to my Let's Play Lemmings Redux. Last time, what happened? I believe we just simply started the Manic rank and managed to solve 13 levels, and then got stumped on the 14th one, but only because I was going for the talisman. And yeah, I've just figured out the talisman about half an hour ago, and boy, yeah, I feel so dumb now because I honestly have no idea why it took me that long to figure it out. So it all just simply came about because I was thinking about things the wrong way, and therefore it would lead into impossible situations and everything that wouldn't like get you the talisman and stuff. So oh boy, I seriously can't believe that I was a big dummy this entire time. But well, yeah, it really does deserve its status as a go talisman though. That's for sure. Because it can be very very difficult to figure out. There's plenty of things that can like trip you up and everything. So yeah, definitely worthy of the gold ranking. Yeah, for this talisman. And yeah, it just really I just fiddled around like an additional 15 to 20 minutes off camera using the Omega Lemmings pack, yeah, that I installed into Neo Lemmings from quite a while back. And yeah, oh boy, yeah. So I was just gonna show you what the solution is, and then we'll just go on from there. So I really really wish that we could pretend that this all didn't happen, but well, yeah, it's too late for that, and yeah, if anything, yeah, I probably would have like maybe like did some video editing where I just spliced together the original clip plus the talisman solution where I was finally successful. But well, yeah, here I am like many hours later. Yeah, after my attempt video at the talisman and then having no success. So yeah, it is what it is, you know. So um, once again to clarify, yeah, it's not because I don't know the solution to it because yeah, I definitely know how to solve the Amiga version of Taxing 22. Even though I grew up with the DOS version of it, which has an 80% save requirement instead of 100%. But it was only because of the talisman. Yeah, that's the reason why I got stumped. But again, it all comes about because I was thinking about things completely the incorrect way. So yeah, so I'm definitely to blame for my own stupidity here. But well, yeah, again, it's something I can't change that. But um, again, I just I would just show the solution and then we'll just move on from there. So anyway, let me go ahead and show you the talisman solution now. Alrighty, so Manic 14, come on over to my place. Yeah, and the talisman is complete using no more than one builder. Yeah, it actually turns out it's not that difficult at all. Well, the solution that is, but to figure it out can be pretty difficult. So this is what you do. So what you want to do is that you want to dig until you're deep enough to contain the crowd. Oh, yeah, make sure that there's one lemming chopped on the right side of the blocker though. Yeah, and then we're gonna go ahead and max out the release right here. And then, yeah, you want to make sure you use a miner here. So this is what you do, you use the tail end. And then in this way you don't have to contend with building to the left and then trying to get that builder to turn back around towards the exit. Because as I have been fiddling around, and if you have seen, yeah, with my video, yeah, it's impossible to do so. So therefore, the answer is to build to the right instead to make that splatform to get everyone down safely, and then they go towards the exit. Oh my goodness, I feel so dumb that it took me this long to figure this out, or I never figured it out. Yeah, during my on-camera session. Yeah, and then using the lemming that's stuck on the right side of the blocker, then you just dig everyone free, including the blocker. And that's it. That's the talisman solution. So, oh boy. It's like I said, I feel so dumb that I did not figure this out while I was playing the level on camera. So yeah, I fiddled around for 40 minutes on camera only to now figure out the solution to the talisman. But yeah, the solution isn't difficult to do. It's just hard to find. Yeah. So it's definitely worthy of the gold ranking, for sure. So it's a really good one, but oh boy. Yeah, my stupidity just got the better of me that time. Yeah, even on the official Lemmings level. Yeah, from Lemmings 1. Wow. To think I've had all these levels figured out too. I mean, I do. It's just when it comes to talismans, apparently not, because a lot of these are new to me, and so that's the reason why, for example, I even struggle with the Wicked 21 too. The one where you have to save everyone. But I was able to figure it out though. Yeah, within a reasonable amount of time. But spent far longer on the level than I should have though. Yeah, very same thing with the one that I just got past. Yeah, that one was way overdue with the amount of time I spent. But well, again, it's like I said, I can't really change that. But there you go. My stupidity is your guys' entertainment. So all for your amusement and entertainment. you guys you guys win, I lose. So anyway, let's go ahead and move on. Manic 15, The Silence of the Lemmings. 40 lemmings, 30 to be saved, and oh no more lemmings. Yeah, this is Wild 15. So I don't know if Wild 14 is in this pack, but yeah, we skipped the last time we had the low in the Wild ranking. Yeah, it was Wild 13. So apparently we just skipped over Wild 14, and this is Wild 15. No talisman here though, so yeah, we need to worry about that. Yeah, so let's go ahead and dig down here. Yeah, plenty of ways to do this though. Then we're just going to go ahead and build over the capture wheel trap. Yeah, the next one will come by and not get killed by it. Okay, and then we're just going to go ahead and max out the release rate here. And then I believe we'll just lose one lemming here. Yeah, the builder is not exactly going to get over the chain on time. No, well, make that two. But it doesn't really matter since even after we bump all this away, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you're still saying more than enough. Oh. Oh. Right. I forgot about you. Yeah, so put a blocker there so that anyone who turns around won't walk into the master traps. Go ahead and bomb this blocker. Yep, and there you go. So not too terribly difficult. Even though it's like near the final quarter at the wild ranking there. Manic 16, a beast 2 of a level, 50 lemmings, 35 to be saved, and then Omega lemmings. So yeah, here's the basically like a sequel, just different graphics and everything. Because I believe a Beast 2 is an entirely different game. Yeah, is he going to walk past him? No. Okay, so we're good there. Should I walk through that? Yeah. This could definitely be pretty wonky ability to go through. Yeah, just because of the many irregular holes. Yeah, in the like the really broken down stump and everything. Yeah, or whatever you would like to call it. No, you forget that. Oops. Alrighty, fine. Pretty interesting that there isn't any talisman for the Beast 2 of a level. Probably because it's like difficult to like optimize yeah, the amount of skills needed and everything. Yeah, I mean it isn't exactly a problem. There's probably already a lot of talismans anyway. Yeah, I forget how many there are in total, but well, I'm certain that there's still plenty more to come. Manic 17, just a minute. 50 lemmings, 50 to be saved, and then time limit 1 minute. Amiga lemmings. Yes, one of the hardest levels in the game. Yeah, and this is in the Mayhem rig, and it is paired with its sequel as well. Just a minute, part 2. With the difference being that this alcove is missing in the sequel. Yeah, and it's just as difficult as well. Yeah, as the original. Oh, it appears that this has been changed so that you don't get builders to help you here. Excuse me. Either that, or maybe the Amiga version did not have builders. Yeah, I don't really know now, but okay, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and dig at the very end, or rather at the very front of the Bastion tunnel. Now, is this deep enough too? Yeah, it is. Okay, now we need to go ahead and max out the release right here. Yeah, should finish with plenty of time to spare here. And depending on the port here, yeah, this level will play out differently because, like, on some ports the game clock is a lot faster. Yeah, on those, however, the in clock is slower, yeah, than actual real time. So therefore, it makes it a little easier. And plus, there's also the glitch where you can actually pause the low at the very beginning, yeah, before the trapdoor opens. Because when you do that, you actually gain a couple of extra seconds. Yeah, which helps tremendously in completing the level. But even then, yeah, the level is still possible without it, though. Yeah, but on ports where the game clock is really fast, or is fast, then yeah, the low is much, much harder. Yeah, because I think there were, I remember reading about some members where they were really surprised to see that what works on one port does not work on some other ports at the level, for example. Yeah, because of differences in the game clock, or rather the timer in the level, and or depending if you get booted out right away. Yeah, on those, for example, once the amount of seconds hits 0, yeah, you get booted out automatically while a slow faded. Although I think it also depends on the type of machine that you select when you load up the game. But anyway, Manic 18, the Gate Trap Lemmings, 100 Lemmings, 100 to be saved to the Genesis Lemmings. Yeah, this one this one I'm pretty sure is a Sunsoft level. Yeah, and as a matter of fact, I think there is a similar level from Lemmings Cranium. Yeah, that's based off of this. Okay, and he managed to get past him there. Well, it doesn't really matter. You can just dig the other way. Or not dig, bash. How close does that come? Some leeway there, so. Alright, and then we're just gonna go ahead and take it till we get low enough. Yeah, that should be fine. Especially once we bash this away. Yeah, then it's gonna be lowered. So, so that it will let out safely. And looks like I forgot about this here. So, as a matter of fact, we want to go a little lower than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you don't even need to do the maximum of 6 steps. Or 6 digger strokes, rather. Yep, there we go. So a pretty nice one, and not too difficult either. Which is pretty interesting considering that Sunsoft is often advertised as the hardest levels of the game. Yeah, and yet a lot of the difficulty of the levels in that rank are more akin to like say tricky slash taxing. So because of that, yeah, it does raise the question: what exactly does it mean to be Sunsoft difficulty? Manic 19 pulls apart. 30 lemmings, 25 to be safe, and then Amiga lemmings. Save 30 out of 30. Okay, don't think I've ever gone for a save all solution for this level either. Alright. So, what you want to do is, yeah, basically build as you come to the gap, I guess. Let me see what else there was to say. Oh yes, I remember this level giving me a lot of difficulty as a kid, but that's because I really overcomplicated things here. Especially on an engine, or rather a port, that does not allow you to hold down an arrow key so that you only assign skills to lemmings facing in a certain direction. So, let me show you what I did as a kid. Yeah, I had someone coming back to the left to dig, to hold back the crowd. And then once the digger's low enough, yeah, but I went lower than that, so that they get trapped in this pit completely. Yeah, they cannot step out to the right. And then when it came time to releasing them at the end, yeah, I only had one shot to get the lemming to build with a lemming facing to the right. And sometimes it worked, sometimes it did not. Yeah, if I caught a lemming facing to the left building instead, then yeah, that's a restart because that was my only builder remaining. But yeah. So instead, I later realized, oh, I could have made things a lot easier by simply digging with a lemming facing to the right. Yeah, and then you can just build to stop them. Yeah, this contains a crowd, but you don't need to like release them later. Yeah, a lot easier. Yeah, and one where you don't even need to rely on luck. Let me see. This is gonna work here. Well, I suppose we could do this instead. Although, actually, let me check something here. Because I think I remember a builder being able to reach. Yeah, but it requires pixel precision, just like it does on DOS. So yeah, it works too. But if you want to avoid that instead, you can just simply dig this down and then build to stop him. Yeah, once it's low enough for everyone to get through. And then similarly, you can do this. Oh, actually, if you dig here, then it's not gonna work. Meh. Wait. I am not doing something right here. No, it's right. It's right. Yeah, then you just have to take this away, but make sure you do it just before he falls off, so that it reaches over with that one builder you have remaining. Yeah, and then finally just bash, and that's it. So yeah, it's just the normal solution. Just make sure that you save any lemons that come to the gap at the beginning. And you can really only afford to use 2 builders that time in order to have enough to solve the rest of the low. Manic 20, Fall and No Life. 50 lemmings, 50 to be saved, and then Genesis Lemmings. I think the sequel is also in this pack, but I could be remembering wrong though. And yeah, I pretty much consider them to be really great lows themselves. Yeah, I think this is. Where's this low? It might be in the taxing or mayhem rank. I don't think it was in the present rank. Yeah, but the sequel, was that in Sunsoft? I can't remember if it's on Sunsoft in the Genesis port, but it is one of the Sunsoft levels of the Super Nintendo, I believe. Super Nintendo port, I think. Yeah, and it's definitely worthy of the final level too, because yeah, it's definitely one of the hardest, but only because of a very, very tight time limit. Yeah, you have to do things just right. Yeah, and you can't really afford to make unnecessary delays and everything. Anyway, for this one, let me see here. Yeah, it's been a while since I've played this, so trying to remember what the solution is. Well, oh wait, we don't have a digger, so yeah, what do I think we do? Yeah, and plus this builder even leave a step here. No, one would just fall in the pit here, and I think that's what we want anyway. Yeah, because can you even mine? No, you cannot. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think you could. Yeah, and even if no, Basher doesn't leave anything. It's like perfectly lined up to steal luck. Okay, let me see here. Build over, build twice, build down. You can bash. Oh yeah, I see how the solution needs to be. Alright, since the fallen lemming falls in, yeah, you want to build with the third final lemming. Yeah, and there you go. Yeah, so now the rest of the solution is as follows here. Go to get over here to have it turn around, float down, bash through the one-way wall down here, and then finally, using this lemming that's trapped in here, yeah, mine the crowd that's trapped in here. And that's it. So, pretty nice puzzle here. One of the best, most definitely, in my opinion. Manic 21, Electric Circuit, 100 lemmings, 100 to be saved, and the Genesis lemmings. Yeah, I think I borrowed this one. I don't remember where it's found in the in that port though. Like what ranking and everything. Okay, let's see. This takes a while to bash through, so let's see. I don't think they can walk up the slope. Yeah, they cannot. Okay, there's 100 of them, so let's see. And then once they come back the other way, then they're gonna go to here, and then they can walk down here. Okay, and then they're essentially trapped in here, I think. Yeah, they're essentially trapped down here. Oh wait. No. They're trapped up here for the time being. Yeah, I believe that they are stuck in this infinite loop right here. Yeah, so they'll be trapped down here until we like break the loop there. So I think what we would. Someone died. How did it happen? Ah, you turned around. Oh no, they are not stuck in an infinite loop. Oh, right, they can't walk up that. Okay, in that case... let's see. I think, what we probably do is, like, probably have somebody go over here to dig, I think. And they get back up here. Oh, no, looks like not. Yeah, and then they get over here, so... alrighty, so it looks like I would need to, like, rethink this. But then again, I did have somebody get over here, so... So, it's probably a little easier than I'm making it out to be. Yeah, we could probably even, like, use a timing-based solution here, probably. Yeah, are they gonna survive that? They do, okay. Alrighty. Yeah, this works. So, let's go with it. So, 2 builders remaining. And just one died, just simply kept overthinking. Manic 22. It's not over till it's over. 30 lemmings, 30 to be saved, and then budget Amiga lemmings. Yeah, I remember just seeing this one. It's a really good one too. I forget which level it replaced. Yeah, if it did, yeah, in the Amiga port. And I don't know too much about it. Yeah, I would have to ask like Navino or something. But anyway, for this level. Yeah, I think we could even just set one on the head. Well, after we dig. Yeah, and then a few different ways that you can do this right here. You can, for example, build and then mine, like I'm doing right now. Or you can send up a climber, and then once he's low enough so that everyone can step up, then I think you can mine, and then that's it. But yeah, this is definitely one of the better levels in my opinion. It's a pretty good one. Manic 23. Old McDonald had a farm. 40 lemmings, 36 to be saved, and then Prima lemmings. Yeah, I remember this one. I played all those levels too as well. From the Prima. Is it a port? Can't quite remember, but yeah, I played all of those, and then I believe I played all the Kobox levels as well. Okay, so yeah, we would have to like make that splatform. Yeah, it's been a while since I played this low, so try to mirror. One builder should be enough, especially once we bomb the edge away. Yeah, then it should be a safe fall, I would think. As a matter of fact, why don't we try it out? Okay, yeah. Yeah, something there. Okay. Now. Okay, they do land on there. Same thing when they turn around. They do, okay. So in that case. Yeah, since it's only a pixel ledge that they land on, you have to be really, really quick on those, for example. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, that's too many losses. Yikes, that's a problem. Okay, so it's not exactly that simple then. Yeah, maybe that's why you have those extra builders. Yeah, maybe it's like get the right timing or something probably. But actually, I think I see another way that this can be done. Yeah, then you can come back and yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. I just hope yeah, perfect. Yeah, this should do. Yeah, I was just afraid of him like going out too much and then they would just fall down splat here. But no, it seems to be okay. So, yeah, I could have sworn it's like simply all zigzagging though. Yeah, perhaps not. Still a pretty good one though. Manic 24, the race against glitches. 20 lemmings, 20 to be saved, and then 3 minutes. Oh, no more lemmings. Yeah. Havoc 4. So one of the hardest lows, yeah, because of the time limit, and also the puzzle is pretty difficult too. Oh, this one left background in. Interesting. is another one where I had the luxury of the extra splatfall distance on the CD. Yeah, I believe this was a survivable fall. Yeah, so that you didn't have to like dig, for example. Yeah, and then I think this might have been the same one too. Yeah, that was also survivable as well. If you had the extra splat distance. Yeah, in any case, this is a very gnarly low. Yeah, despite whatever solution you may find. Oh, as a matter of fact, I didn't even need to do that, did I? Yeah, I could have just used the basher. Yeah, even without the extra basher, you can just simply build to turn around and then make that splatform. Yeah, perhaps the reason why this route wasn't blocked was just because we don't exactly know what the developers had intended here. Maybe the one that is spelled out on online walkthroughs that you may see. Yeah, maybe that's the intended way. Yeah, which does involve the ceiling and stuff in order to like bypass some of the deadly like pillars. Yeah, that are fatal. Yeah, because it's a splatfall. Manic 25, Aquaphobia 25 Lemmings 24 to be safe, and then Genesis Lemmings. Yeah, I can't remember if this is the present rank. If this is in the present rank or in the Sunsoft, or possibly both, because I think there was like a repeat version as well. Yeah, I can't remember though. Complete without using diggers. Let's go. Yeah, and which we are allowed one loss. Okay. Okay, so no diggers, huh? Excuse me. Actually, let's just wait until we get to the very top here. Or what about... Yeah, we get as high as possible before bashing. Yeah, that way it uses less builders. Yeah, I was pretty certain that's a splatfall. Yeah, that should take 2 builders, and then it's just a simple matter of making that builder wall now. Oh, those guys are going back out. Uh-oh. No, so not quite. Okay, so 1 builder is up. think it's just the back that's on a minor slope. Because normally it takes 3 builders to make a wall thick enough. But yeah, it seems like you would need 4 builders rather than the typical 3. So yeah, nice one. Just the timing can be pretty difficult, especially with isolating 2 lemmings to go on ahead. So one, the minor, and then another one. Yeah, and only one other. Manic 26, triple, 60 lemmings, 59 to be safe, and then Omega lemmings. Yeah, taxing 26. So definitely a difficult low, and it's actually a big mystery as to why this low is not in the mayhem rank. Yeah, because it's definitely a very difficult low. Especially since on different ports, yeah, the builder checks can be like really like strange and wonky, so that it can be pretty difficult to like build up to the central island or the central platform. And also, some ports give you 12 builders. I believe the Genesis port gives you 12. Yeah, most other ports give you 10, I think. And of course, once again, yeah, this can especially be difficult on ports where you don't have direction to select. Oh, I cut off the bridge at the wrong spot here. Okay, and I actually ended up blocking them in here, so... Yeah, I think if you dig for a stroke, then it should be fine. Yep. So really, the main difficulty comes from how on ports where you don't have direction to select. Yeah, if you select a lemming building in the wrong direction, then nope, restart, and then also being able to successfully reach the central platform with as low builders as possible. Yeah, that also differs as well. So I think on some ports it's more frustrating than it needs to be. So yeah, all these factors together, yeah, it's definitely a mystery as to why this isn't even in the mayhem rank. Yeah, it's definitely more mayhem difficulty than it is taxing, most definitely. Manic 27, watch your fingertip. 30 lemmings, 29 to be safe. Genesis lemmings. Yeah, but of course, since this is Neo Lemmings, yeah, absolutely no problem. Since you can just hold down an arrow key. Yeah, to assign builders going in the right direction. In the correct direction. This one, I actually don't remember. And you only allow one loss, huh? And no floaters. So it seems that the way to go is through here, which means that we would need to pull everyone in here. I wonder what the other builders are for. Then again, providing extra skills isn't necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, you know, sometimes, for example, developers might not want a load to be too strict. So therefore, they just provide you some leeway. And then you make what you can of them if you want. Manic 28, out away from the tune. 30 Lemmings 29 to be safe, Genesis Lemmings. Where it's saying sing, sing, sing. Yeah, at the very top. So, you know, the terrain right here, it represents quarter notes. Yeah, and on a musical staff. So space here, line, space, line, space, line, space, space, line. Oh, no, space, sorry. And of course, the letter names are different depending on what clef you're playing in. So either bass or treble. So if this was treble, for example, yeah, then this is F. Yeah, and then G, A, B, C, C, A. Yeah, and I do believe the stems all point in the correct direction. Yeah, either above or below. So, yeah, so it's pretty much like the second to last space at the top. Yeah, then the stems point downwards. Anyway, for this one, yeah, I believe this one had to be changed a little bit in order to adapt to Neo Lemmings physics and make this still solvable. Yeah, because I believe there is one tricky timing thing here, which you can possibly even bash down here as well. It should still work. Well, it doesn't really matter, yeah, where you bash, because I believe you have to go through this node as well. Oh, I got somebody trapped in there. Yeah, and this is the part where things needed to be changed here, so yeah, because basically what you need to do here is that you first need to bomb, and then here's the tricky part, and the most difficult part at the level. Yeah, you need to get, whoop, not like that though. Yeah, like this. Yeah, bash at the right time in order to wire in the hole so that the builder does not stop. Yeah, and you also need to make sure that you don't block anyone who gets trapped, who goes over here. Yeah, by building in the correct spot. So yeah, this one had to be adapted a little because the builder checks were different. Yeah, I think Genesis is not as much of a problem. So as a result, the skill set is a little different, I think. Yeah, it's not exactly the original. Manic 29, just a minute part 2. 50 Lemmings, 52%, and then time limit of 1 minute, Amiga Lemmings. So yeah, here's the sequel that I talked about. It's the exact same way, you're only given 1 minute, and it's definitely one of the hardest levels of the Mayhem rank. Yeah, this is Mayhem 27, so near the very end of the game. And once again, the builders, it appears to have been, removed. I'm not sure what's the reasoning behind that, actually, but yeah, again, it's not a problem, though. Especially as I love building those levels myself. But yeah, in any case, the solution that you use for the original Just a Minute though, you can use the exact same one here too. Yeah, at least for Neo Lemmings. And it might apply to pretty much all the other ports in which this level was found as well. So as you can see, yeah, this part 2, it's identical to the original, except this alcove right here. It's not here in the sequel. So therefore, you can use the solution of getting down here to bash to get to the exit. So instead, you need to come up with a different solution here. Still finish on time, I think. Yeah, 5 seconds. Okay, so I think I could have finished with way more time to spare if I had used that final basher. But well, yeah, I decided to do the same thing as I did on the original with sparing that basher. Manic 30. Poor weak creatures. But in Lemmings 20 to be saved, and then we get Lemmings. Yeah, this one preserves the save requirement, I think. So on the original, I think it is, let me see, 20 out of 50 is 2/5, and that is let's see, 2/5. Oh, that's only 40%. That's interesting. I wonder why the save requirement is drastically reduced here. Because I believe in the original you needed to save 70. Yeah, unless they're on Amiga, they might have adjusted the percentage as well. But I honestly do not recall. Yeah, I know for a fact that on DOS, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 70%. Yeah, out of 80 Lemmings, so 56 out of 80. So if they wanted to preserve it, then, or rather, if they decide to keep the save percentage the same, then that means you can lose 30 Lemmings rather than 24. Oh, no. So it's the same then, because basically, what is preserved here is the amount of Lemmings you can lose. So if they did indeed keep the original save requirement at 70%, then yeah, the save requirement would be 70 out of 100 on the Amiga port. And so yeah, because that's you can lose up to 30. Yeah, it's the exact same thing here. You can lose up to 30. So it's not necessarily the percentage that they preserve, but rather the amount of Lemmings that you can lose. So anyway, pretty much the typical solution that I used, or rather the one that I used as a kid. Let me show you. Yeah, the solution I used as a kid was building from the bottom to the top. Yeah, and it's definitely a lot easier because of the fact that you can lose up to 30 here. Yeah, rather than you can only lose 24 on the DOS port. Okay, so they're still splatting here. In that case, it might have been from right to left, as a matter of fact. Yeah, I think it's just the fact that I had the luxury of the extra splatfall distance. I think that's the reason why I was able to, or rather the splatting stops when you start going to the right over here. So in any case, yeah, the Amiga port appears to have way more leniency here. Yeah, because then you can just bash through here and then. So you can just simply pin the crowd back here. But yeah, to do so on DOS, yeah, it requires a lot of pixel precision in order to stop the splatting. Yeah, if you had the increased splatfall distance. Yeah, and then here, actually you can even go underneath. You don't even need to sacrifice someone, although you certainly can if you want. Yeah, by bombing away the trigger area. And yeah. This right here, the Ghostbuster trap, yeah, this is the only level in the Lemmings 1 where the trap is found. Yeah, there's another trap that's only found once as well. Yeah, going up in the Mayhem Ring. Yeah, which is that electric orb trap. There's 2 of them, one at the top and then one upside down. So the trigger area is like right in the middle. And then they get zapped. And then there's another trap, yeah, which isn't found in any official Lemmings level in Lemmings 1. Yeah, the Slicer trap. Yeah, you can find it in custom Lemmings levels, but you will not find it in the official Lemmings 1 game at all. Yeah, and as we recently had a discussion with the Discord community where the crystal levels are very, very underrepresented, yeah, in Lemmings 1. If I remember correctly, I believe there are only 9 crystal levels in total, yeah, out of 120. So the remaining 111 are made in other tile sets. Manic 31, where Lemmings there, 40 Lemmings, 38 to be say, oh no more Lemmings. Save 40 out of 40. I can't remember if I ever done a save all for this low before. I think I might have once though. But yeah, this is definitely one of the hardest levels of the game as well. Yeah, of Oh No More Lemmings, because this is Havoc 27. Yeah, and to avoid these lizard traps can be extremely annoying. And it is one of the fastest traps in the entire game too. Let's see, can we escape this without... Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this one should... Okay, yeah, that works. Now... to save everyone though, yeah, the second lizard trap in particular could be very, very difficult. Yeah, you pretty much have to build at the right spot, and yeah, you will have to make sure you hit your head though. And honestly, yeah, this is one of the ones where, yeah, I really would have preferred that the time limit was kept in. It makes for a very nice challenge. Yeah. Because you're only given 2 minutes in this level. Yeah, you got that right. Danger. Let me see. Once you release the blocker, then you're just left with 2 dig and destructive skills. I don't know. Is it still gonna work? Oh, right. I forgot about the turn around like that. So in that case, think I might have done the save all solution once in the past. But yeah, to do so, it could be extremely difficult, especially since, you know, you don't have like CPM and whatnot, and frame stepping, in case you make a slip up, which is very, very easy to do on this level anyway, given the amount of precision that you need in order to achieve it. But yeah, it definitely is possible, and yeah, the original Lemming count is also 80 as well, so twice the amount that Lemmings Redux gives you, Redux gives and everything. And so it really comes down pretty close down to the wire on time there. Yeah, with the 2-minute time limit. So, but in any case, yeah, regardless, it's still one of the hardest levels in the entire game. Manic 32, Temple of Love, 30 Lemmings 28 to be safe. Yeah, I might as well just finish the rank. Yeah, even though I'm pretty sure I've gone probably a little bit over an hour now. And then Oh No More Lemmings. I think this is Wicked 10, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I remember this one giving me a lot of trouble as well as a kid. Save 29 out of 30. Yeah, which means only the blocker that turns everyone else around towards the exit, yeah, is our only loss here. And then, let me see, is this a safe wall here? Yeah, only if you have the luxury of the extra splat ball distance. So, looks like I'm finishing a level, or rather finishing the video on an awesome music track, in my opinion. Okay, in that case, we do have floaters though, so, yeah, I think even with the original 50 Lemming count, yeah, this will still work with the timing and stuff. Let me see. You send the climber over here, then you dig. And also you have 5 builders remaining as well. Yeah, I remember the final builder was especially pretty, like, frustrating to do. Yeah, because it usually needs to be, like, really precise, yeah, in order to just reach the platform with just one builder. That doesn't even get them up. Yeah, it does not. Yeah, this just barely gets them up, which is one builder. So in any case, yeah, this has to be done with a lot of precision as well. Let me see though. Yeah, but now I don't have any way to release them other than with the bomber, and that does not meet the requirement because, yeah, the blocker is my other loss as well. I do have an extra blocker though. Let's see. Well, as a matter of fact, drop it down. Is one builder even enough to stop the sliding here? Nope. I'm guessing it's probably fatal by a pixel. Yeah, even after you build upon immediately landing. Let me see. Yeah, because once I use the digger, then I won't be able to free a block for it. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then another 4 here, 9, and then 10. I only have 1 climber as well, so. Let's see, if I send a climber over here to dig, and then we make that route ahead. Yeah, then I still wouldn't be able to release that other them with like a bomber. I wonder, can you actually use build a wall here? But this wouldn't lead you enough builders, huh? Yeah, most definitely not. Yeah, at least you're a builder short. Okay, so that's a problem. Let's see. Yeah, this might be a solution that I wasn't aware of either. Being able to save everyone but one, which is this blocker over here. And then again, it might still work. Yeah, I think I know how it needs to be. Yeah, you're going to use like some kind of timing solution here. Which is actually easier than it looks. Yeah, and I think maybe that's the reason why there's a reduced lemming count here. Because just to make things easier, I suppose. Because basically all you just need to do is this. So rather than sending a climber over here to dig everything, this is pretty much the solution I never ever used, as a matter of fact. Yeah, as a kid. Yeah, because once again, I had the luxury of the splatform distance, the extra splatform distance, and also, yeah, you can just simply block here and then bomb to release them later, especially as you are allowed to lose 2 anyway. So anyway, you use the final lemming here, while everyone else just takes this detour, which should give you enough time to use the final builder to get to the exit. Yeah, maybe that's the reason why you have the lemming count is reduced here, because yeah, to make things a lot easier, I suppose. Because I don't even know if it works with the original 50 lemming count, although I could have sworn that it does. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check like the skills you can't live without, or not the skills you can't live without, but rather the maximum saved challenge results. Yeah, to see if that's the case for those. But yeah, this is definitely one of the it was definitely one of the hardest levels for me as a kid. Especially since I did there's a lot of precision involved, and it can be very, very frustrating to place that final builder to get to the exit. So yeah, I think it also might just have to do with how builders work as well. Yeah, the mechanics are different depending on the port too. Yeah, like the checks are different, and whether the means will be able to build out easily and everything, stuff like that. Alrighty, so with the completion of the Manic rank, we have reached the 5th and final rank, which is Lunatic. So that means we are down to the final 32 levels of the pack. So once we get through that, then yeah, we're done with Lemmings Redux. So yeah, getting pretty close now. And yeah, the rest of the Manic rank wasn't too bad. Although, yeah, certainly the difficulty is picking up, especially with some of the challenge talisman solutions too. Yeah, but oh boy, that Manic 14 one. I have no idea why I was stuck on it for so long. But yeah, managed to finally figure it out after some more time spent off camera trying to figure it out. But well, yeah, that was probably one of my biggest dumb moments ever. Yeah, on camera. Yeah, spending far way too long just to figure that out, and only to have some off camera time to spend to try to figure it out too. But again, yeah, whatever happens, happens, you know. So we'll just um, move on and do the best we can. So yeah, anyway, as this video has gone on for pretty long, we're just going to go ahead and make another cut here. And so with this, tune in next time for when Let's Play more of the pack. With this, hope you enjoyed the video of the Let's Play, and I'll see you all next time. Have a great night, everyone.